Hey guys, welcome to the Bin Zone. On today's video, we're going to be talking about the Eddy Season 1, breaking down the characters, the plot, and the overall story, I guess, of this season. But guys, before we dive too deep into this, if you guys love movie reviews, movie breakdowns, ending explains, consider subscribing to the channel. We upload videos every week breaking down movies, TVs, and shows, their endings, the meanings, the reviews, all of that in this channel. So if you like that kind of stuff, consider subscribing. But without further ado, let's dive into the Eddy. So when I first saw the trailer for this, I was like, okay, I see Amanda Steinberg and I see the guy from Moonlight who played Sharon's boyfriend, Andre Holland. And I'm like, okay, jazz music, it's set in Paris. If you guys don't know this about me, I have a brother who lives in Paris, so I go there a few times a year. And also my dad is French, so like this whole thing is resonating with me. Jazz music, black lead, Parisian lifestyle. I'm in, I'm sold, say less. I turned into the first episode, I start watching, and then I fall asleep. Within the first 20 minutes of the show, I fell asleep. So I chalk it up to maybe I'm tired. I stopped the episode. When I wake up, it was like an episode 4 or whatever. You know how Netflix gets. So I go back to episode 1 the next day and I'm watching it where I left off and I fell asleep again. Twice during the first episode, I fell asleep. But you know me, being dedicated to my craft, I have to watch this. I have to review it. I have to get it out to you guys. So I watch it again. And yeah, it's not doing it for me. It wasn't doing it for me. And it's not for a lack of trying, because I want to say this. I want to get this out. The acting is superb. Paris is always beautiful. And the nightlife, the gritty nightlife of musician life is fascinating. What they have to go through, what his character has to go through. The Eddy itself, the overarching song, the Eddy that he's writing throughout the season is interesting because it carries a lot of weight into his life. The club is called the Eddy, the band is called the Eddy, the song he's writing is called the Eddy. So we get it, Eddy, 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 Ed, and Eddy, right? We're there. But for some reason, this show just can't captivate me. It's not for a lack of acting. Granted, the protagonist, Andre Holland's character, is a terrible protagonist, a terrible father, and just a shitty person overall. But he's dealing with his own traumatic issues, so I can't forgive that, even though he has his own traumatic experiences, because you have a 16-year-old daughter who you're treating like shit. And I want to say he's unbearable. Had it not been for Amanda and her portrayal of his daughter, Julie, I don't know what I would have done. I'm just not feeling the show. Like it has all the trappings of a great show. It's diverse as shit. Like throughout the season, people be talking English, French, Polish, Arabic. Like, I love that diversity because that's so intrinsic to life in Paris. And I like seeing the grit life of musicians, but at the same time, I feel like this show is missing something. And then there's an overall mystery to solving a murder, which is like, I get you want to add some excitement to the plot, but a murder mystery in the midst of this drama about family and musician and life and giving up and refining yourself in the middle of all that, no, I refuse. I refuse. This show did not do it for me. I understand the look and feel that it was going for, but there was a level of grittiness where I wasn't feeling it because the characters themselves, while great characters or great portrayals of characters, were really pastiches as opposed to real life fleshed out characters. Like, what resonated with me? Nothing. The music itself, don't get me wrong, the music is great. I'm a fan of jazz. Well, not a big fan of jazz, but I like jazz music. So I like when they were playing music, and this show's not a musical, so it's a show about music, but it's not a musical. So I like when they're playing music and they're in front of the stage and they're doing their thing. But outside of that, like, no. I do like seeing the different, again, I like the diversity. I like seeing the different cultures ingrained in Parisian lifestyle. I like seeing the nightlife of Paris and the way musicians move about and just how hard it is to be a musician. You're like, if you're not one of these big pop stars and you just love music, you play an instrument, it's hard as shit. I like seeing that on screen, but this show was a snooze fest. Yo, like, how can you take a subject that I like, a city that I like, actors that I like, and just fuck it. There's not much for me to say. I did not enjoy this series. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, because maybe I'm wrong. I'm open to being wrong. Maybe it's exciting to you. But to me, like, falling asleep twice in the first episode and telling myself, yo, you're a movie reviewer, you're a TV show reviewer, you have to watch the shit to get it out to the fans, to the people, to everyone who wants to know about it. And I had to slog through it. And then ultimately for it to culminate to nothing? No. It's not fair to you guys, so save yourselves maybe you'll like it, but my personal recommendation is no. I don't like it. I'm not fucking with it. I don't recommend it. Well, I recommend the soundtrack. If you guys want to look the soundtrack up and listen to the songs, I recommend that. But Andre can do better. Amanda can do better. She has done better. They both have done better, which is crazy. And the executive producer of this is the same person who made La La Land. So, like, they know what they're doing. So I don't know what the fuck happened. Anyway, guys, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. And if you guys like the video, definitely give it a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button if you guys have not already. And until next time, binge on, but not the Eddy.